Hope Rosky with business, arts, events, and more cool stuff. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the cool stuff, and that's the cool stuff that's going on in the Tower District. I know pretty soon is going to be Porch Fest, and while there's going to be great music on the porches, people are going to be looking for food. And I tell you what, Tower District has some really great restaurants. So I'm here with Jeff Widmann, who is definitely a Tower District expert, and we're going to talk a little bit about the good eats down here in the Tower District. So Jeff, welcome.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm all right.
Well, good.
So far.
Did you have to take a boat in, or
Nearly.
Nearly.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I took the pontoon in today, so
There you go.
that's kind of more my vibe anyway. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about some of the restaurants down here in the Tower District, because one of the things that's really cool about the Tower District restaurants is that it's eclectic. It's not just like a one kind of vibe restaurant. It has all sorts of restaurants, from casual to upscale, and from very mellow to like really happening and going on. So I'm going to go ahead and ask you, what is one of your favorite places to hang out down here, like when you're in the Tower?
You know, in all honesty, that it depends on the company I'm having at the moment. But if it's what I would call my cheers, I would say Detention, which is a bar.
Mm-hmm.
But
Not like you're in
but-
detention going to school.
No, yes. Let me
okay,
clarify that.
yeah.
It was a building that was once, I guess, a continuation school, but that's not really a restaurant. It's a bar, and they have little nibbly bits there. So
Okay.
let me clarify that point. But as far as restaurants themselves are concerned, as I said, it depends on the company I'm keeping and what would they be interested in. Like if I'm going on a date with somebody, I would say Vini Vidi Vici. As far as the tower's concerned, that's the more upscale place in the tower.
Well, OG has a little
Oh,
bit
yes.
of that vibe. I think
Yes.
OG has some of the vibe. And, we were talking earlier that I was at a concert, went to the John Mellencamp concert on Sunday. And suffice it to say, after an hour, still wasn't served at Veni Vidi Vici. The food smelled great, but it's just, I think sometimes when there's like a big event, especially on a Sunday, not a lot of places are open, and you have to be aware of it. So, we had reservations. Again, things happen. The food has always been on point at Veni Vidi Vici, but I think you just have to be able to understand that if it's packed, it's going to be a long stretch.
Yes, but you shouldn't be forgotten about either.
No, that's true too.
Check in, give a little nibbly bit or something, but yeah.
Right.
I have to confess, Lydia is the most wonderful server there, so I always look for her.
Well, good. See, now if you go in and you want a server, then you ask for Lydia.
Yes, indeed. Yes, the Italian place on Van Ness, I haven't been there
OG.
OG,
Yes.
It is wonderful. And they actually make sangria there, but you have to tell them in advance.
Oh, so for people who like that wine and want to kind of get
With-
into the
yes.
fresh fruits of it and
Yes.
everything, and they will make it for you ahead of time. I know some
Indeed.
friends of mine, can't name names, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to, but you know who you are, that you like sangria, and you need to head down to OG and order it ahead of time, because it definitely will bring about a very fresh, special taste.
Yes, indeed.
That's great. One of the things you said about going to detention, and it's just kind of like bar and some nibbly type food. I love the Lincoln Pub and Grub.
Oh, yes.
Andy Karsh is a dear friend of mine too, and what I love about it, it's that $5. You don't even have
Indeed.
to worry about it. I mean, maybe some of the things are a little bit more. They let you know that too, which is great. But it's just
And they're
$5.
filling. They're filling.
They are, and it's like they have some amazing food, and it's a very kind of. It reminds me of Cheers, which I think is great.
Yes.
Who doesn't? Like back in the day.
Yes, of our generation, we
Our
remember
generation,
Cheers. Yes,
remember
yes.
everybody knows your name.
Yes.
I love the fact, and what was one of the interesting things about Lincoln Pub is that they have the pennies inlaid in the bar area. Those were all hand laid. They all took time to put that together. I just
Wow.
found that, which I think is kind of fascinating kind of piece of what the Lincoln Pub and Grub is about. I certainly like that as a casual kind of kickback place. So let's talk a little bit more about that whole like pizza vibe. Do you have a place down here that you like to go?
In all honesty, I do enjoy Mamma Mia's.
Hey,
But
there you go. Mike Denuzzo, this one's for you.
I mean, I do enjoy going in there and then going, ordering it, or if I've ordered in advance, it's not quite ready. I like going across the way to Lucy's
Yes.
and having a cocktail. Mm-hmm. That's fun. It's nice, but I have to confess, I really wish it wasn't on paper plates and plastic.
Oh.
I really would like them to have real, like a restaurant.
Right.
But nevertheless, the food is good.
Well, and you know what? Maybe that's the stuff that keeps the price point the way it is too. But speaking of price point being like a something to think about, my daughter was in a hurry one day. Matter of fact, when she was on air last time, and she went to Piedmont, and she said, "Mom, I got the most amazing eggplant parmesan, and it wasn't more than $10, and it's just like food forever." And she said it was out of this world. And so for people who are vegetarian, that's an option.
Oh, yes, indeed. That's on the south side of Olive, near the, what's that coffee place? The Review. Mm-hmm. But it's Montes. They've been around, I think, for about 40 years.
Right.
Great place. I have to confess, I've only gone in for the sub sandwiches here and there.
Uh-huh.
But very good. Always very good service as well.
Well, Mike's Pizzeria, like I said, maybe we'll have to address that at some point. But, hey, and I mean, especially if you're like ordering at I don't know, up at the one at Palm and Bullard, they have the massive calzones the size of footballs.
Oh, yes.
They're like huge, good luck getting those, but they're really good. So, yeah, I mean, there's some really great places here in the Tower District.
Aromas.
Aromas. I have yet to go, but one of the photos that I saw on their page had shrimp. I love shrimp. I mean, I have to say, weak spot food-wise, and it looked out of this world. And if it looks as good as the name of the restaurant as it would smell, I'm all about that.
It's very good. They do actually do breakfast all day, and you can tell they take great care, not only with the food being good, but in its presentation, I have to tell you. And they have a buffet on Saturday and Sunday. And the thing is about the buffet, it's not like any other buffet. I mean, you see the food behind the glass, and it's always different. So if you go on a Saturday or a Sunday, I mean, they'll have their standard stuff, but sometimes they'll have like lobster, tortellini, prime rib.
Oh, sounds marvelous.
Right.
Sounds marvelous.
But you don't have to get the buffet on the weekends, but it's there as an offer.
Well, one of the staples that we find, there are a few of them that we have down here, is Sierra Brewing Company.
Yes.
It's been around forever. And, people like that, want to get that beer and kind of have that kind of microbrew type vibe. They offer a great selection of food, the beer, and it's large. It's big. Some of the other places in Tower are smaller, but Sierra, Sequoia, excuse me.
Sequoia Brewing.
Sequoia Brewing is large.
Butterfields, yes.
Yes, I remember when it was
Long ago.
Butterfields.
Yes,
Yes, absolutely. So what are your thoughts about Sequoia?
I enjoy it. I love the fried platter, the zucchini and the other stuff. That's good. They used to have a long time ago. They used to have garlic chicken pasta, but no more.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sad. But no, I enjoy the place. And it's not just beer, by the way. They do serve regular drinks, too. So.
Well, when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the bars and some of the places that offer some music down here in the Tower District. And if you just wait a few moments, Jeff and I will be right back with you. This is Hope Rosky. Okay.
You're